Hello everyone, welcome to Daylight of the Aboriginal on Las Vegas, my channel. Today's still May 31st, video log 2, and I'm still mad about not saving that dollar or be able to check out that pizza place. I don't know if I've ever, ordered from there. I gotta know exactly where. It could be a new pizza place, I don't know. Pizza place, store, shack, pizza mall, I don't know. Could be a pizza out of a grocery store, I don't know. But I don't know. I'm not really that mad. It's pizza, big deal. We got our pizza. Now we can move on with our lives, knowing that it is a crappy, thick, greasy sponge. That's all that was. Maybe there's some flavor, but I'm not going to over-exaggerate. I'm just going to let you guys know that when you bite into it, you can hear the sound. It's not as bad as one food review guy. When he bit into it, it started dripping out of the actual square slice. Wasn't that bad, and it's not as bad as it being the plain one, like the plain rubbery pizza. That I think that somebody didn't come and get the order, so they just throw it in the oven to heat it up and then give it to you. So it's like reheated pizza. No. That time it was kind of crappy. I mean, I even seen the food reviews for that too, and the guy was picking up the pizza, like he was picking up from that corner to pull off a slice. He was trying, like he got it, and he normally, it doesn't take that much. It takes, a couple inches, and start pulling apart, nice and cheesy. He picked it up, and he picked it way up above the box, and it still didn't pull off that corner. He had to shake it once, 2, 3 times, and it pulled apart, and then it hit that box, and then it missed the whole side and fell onto his lap, and he's like, I will just sit here and try this pizza right now. So, sitting there having a pizza, like he's bite into it, chewing a little bit. He's not got a happy face on him, chewing on it, taking in a bite. It's like, drops it back on the box, grabs the rest of the pizza to put on the box. He takes that box, he goes, "This is terrible." He probably said a lot of more things other than that, but nothing swearing. So he rolled down his window, he took the whole box, he shoved it out the window, and pizza went flying everywhere. And he just put up his thing, he wiped off his hands with napkins in there, had a little bit of his drink. He goes, I don't think I can give that any rating. I'm going to give you a -5. Because usually his rating's between 1 and 5. And then sometimes it's like go for it now to a big seal of approval, what's beyond 5, to -5. Not -4, not -3, not -2. His rating is putting it into the double bad. -5. I seen that, tried it for myself. I didn't try the one with the bacon around it. I didn't try that yet, and that was only limited time. But it was it did have a little bit of trouble when I first got it, and then it started pulling apart. But not like a guy lifted it right out of the box and he gave it 1, 2, 3 shakes, and then it hit the box and fell off the side onto his lap. And he was like, he looked at his face, he looked like one in rage. So, yesterday's pizza, the flavor is okay, it's there, yeah, it's, the pizza sauce is not as good as other people, but it's the amount of greasiness. Like I said, I mean, normal pizza is not really that much grease, and in some places it'd be a little more greasier. Some places like grease up top, grease underneath. This had grease in like a sponge slice. 8 of those slices, each side, and the cousin's got his flavor he likes, I got my flavor I like, and we're trying back and forth, but when you're biting it, you can tell there's some extra grease in the sponge pizza. But like I said, and one food review guy, he's like, you know, he was biting into it, and it was like the grease was falling off, kind of like, you know, the nice tender delicious burgers you get some places, and you know there's like 2 or 3 patties there, and you're gonna have a little bit of squish, and then a little bit of dripping of the grease. Then you know it's fresh. So could have been better. We could have been went to our, you know, usual place. You know, usual place, blah blah blah. Or we could have went to the other place where it was certain price on a Tuesday. If I had the actual coupon thingy, I don't know, was booklet to save an extra $1. Know exactly where that was. We would have went there and tried that out, and then I wouldn't be able to tell you guys it was, you know, how the pizza sauce is, how the cheese is, how the dough is, how it looks presenting and stuff. I'm not a food review guy, but I'm not really picky on any of my foods, but I try to avoid stuff that's going to make me fatter. Try to avoid stuff that's probably going to give me my next heart attack. Try to avoid things that, you know, I could, you know, do without. You know, this bucket of chicken over here, or this bag of chicken over here. Like, this chicken is tastier and crispier than this over here, but it's a little bit more expensive over here, but I can go over there. But I could say screw both of those, and I'll just go to the grocery store and bake myself up some good chicken legs or wings or drumsticks or thighs or whatever it is for like a quarter of the price. So going for that pizza is like, yeah, I'm gonna try it cold pretty soon. I mean, I'm a little bit hungry now. It's, you know, it's 6:23, 6:23. Maybe I'll heat up a little bit. I don't know. I'll try it cold. But then the thing is about grease, like if you cook the burger in a pan and if you cook burger in a pan and you have the excess grease that's come off the burger, and you know you're trying to get, you know, enough grease off that burger, you know, trying to there, and then you have the grease that's sitting in the pan, the hot grease, and then you go to wash that pan the next day, and it looks like a big glob of slime, some fat greasy slime. That's how what this pizza is probably going to be like. I'm going to try a cold pizza. It's not going to have that little, you know, squishiness as much, and you know that grease is going to be cold now, and it's going to be, you know, there's going to be probably an aftertaste. It's probably going to most likely be an aftertaste. So I don't know, guys. Try to give it a try anyway. But I don't know, I'm not a pizza review guy. If I gave it a review, it'd be, you know, better than before. Okay, the one review, the guy was terrible. He gave it a -10. Another guy, when he was biting into it, the greasiness kind of turned him off and stuff. Like, I think he gave me like a 1.5 out of 5, maybe. For this pizza here, the flavor is okay. The sauce is not as good as it should be. The amount of cheese on it, yeah, it's okay, and pepperoni was okay too. It's not burnt. It wasn't undercooked that I do believe, and it's just the extra grease factor. The extra grease factor is in the sponge pizza. I'll probably give it maybe 2 out of 5. I'll probably get a better rating if it wasn't so much grease. Now the normal one is okay. I've had it, okay, but it's just that extra dough, you know. The extra dough is, people like that dough, I guess. What are you doing, cat? People like that dough, you know. I don't know. They're saving their dough or eating this dough. I don't know. With a dough, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. There's really not much of a joke. I don't know. I dragged on vlog 1 and vlog 2 about this pizza thing. You know, kind of. I'm not saying I'm going to be disappointed. I just knew what I was up against. I knew it. And I guess the cousin kind of likes it, you know. Sometimes if he's drinking, he'll have something greasy. I don't think he was drinking, but, you know, the grease factor was there. You know, the grease factor was there. But like I said, it's not as bad as that one food review guy. He was on there and he was, you know, he bite into it and then made a sound. No. Maybe sound like that. Okay, hold on. That sound. Shut up. That sound. And the grease is dripping off the pizza and he was like, haha. So, I think I give it a 1.5 or 2 or something like that. 1.5, 2. Because of the grease factor, probably turned him off too. But it's not as bad as the other version, you know, like I said, the guy, you know, like he was trying to pull a slice, giving it a couple of shakes, trying to pull a slice, and he got it like 6 inches above the actual pizza box and gave it 1, 2, 3, and then it fell, and it fell not back in the box. It kind of bounced and fell onto his lap, and he was like, so he was like, oh, I'm not going to rage, I'm not going to get mad, or whatever he said, and you know, he bite into it. It's like, no, he doesn't have a happy face. You know, he's not really that raging, you know. Then he bites into it again, and he's like, drops the pizza in the box, grabs the other pizza, flops it on the box, turn back the key, so he pushed the roll down the window button, throws it out the window. Now that was a good review. And then he goes on to, you know, it could have been better if it didn't taste like rubber pizza or this or that. And he gave it a rundown. He gave it a big rundown, and he was like, "I'm gonna give you a -5. I am not gonna get that pizza there again." You know, went on in there and talked about, you know, what days he's going to be vlogging and all that stuff. Anyway, like I said, I'm not a pizza review guy or a food review guy. I'm just out there. But I'm at the end of this video, so if you guys do like this video, please do hit the like button. Please subscribe to me. And share this video on the channel. Might benefit you, might benefit me. Please do tell your friends and family about me. Thank you for viewing this video. Tell me you guys watched it. Hope you all have a nice day, morning, night. And remember to be Aboriginal, then original.